Welcome to another episode of Bengals Brews. I'm Dale Altman, joined by my co-host, the Orange Arrow, Derek Davis, a.k.a. Poseidus himself. We are trying to get our other co-host, Travis Brown, in here. He's having some technical difficulties. We're going to see how it's going. Right now, you get an extreme close-up of his face as he's trying
Hello, Jesus Christ. I can barely hear you guys now. What just happened?
Yeah, we got Robot Travis for everybody in the chat, like a little bit robot-y. It's still better than it was. He bounced out. Brimming Horn guys should be on soon, assuming everybody sent the correct link. I
sent the link out to him, so hopefully it was the correct one, because I know Travis and I earlier were on the wrong stream when we were just chatting. So praying to God we're on the right stream this time.
All right. Is Derek's audio sound bad, or is it me, or what? Because when you just talked there, I was getting static in my headphones, so I don't know. We're a hot mess now.
Is it sounding bad? Am I sounding bad?
That's why I was asking. Robot Arrow too, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, we sent them the wrong
I just got home.
Link. We sent them the wrong
Well, here they are. They're here.
All right, cool.
Well, we're having robot difficulties, guys. Travis is freezing up. Derek's audio's crap. I just made it home from Cincinnati, so 2-hour drive. But, hey, I made it. How you guys doing tonight?
Good, man. How you doing?
We're good. How are you?
Good.
For anyone...
Jesus, fuck.
These two.
Am I good?
Go ahead. I was going to say, for everyone wondering, we are joined by the Brimming Horn Meadery guys. Is it bad still?
Are you guys hearing that static when Derek talks?
Yeah, he sounds like he's gargling water when he talks.
All
right, hold on one second.
Balls in his throat.
It's just par for the course, because you've talked shit about me all day since I wasn't able to show up at the Back Together Saturday event.
I haven't said anything because I've been on the road.
Hey,
all right, guys.
Perfect. I can't hear you right now, so it's perfect.
No, shut up. All right, guys. So let's talk a little about Brimming Horn, how it started. The process of it, things like that, as these guys try to get situated.
Hold on. Can you guys hear me real quick? Before you lovely gentlemen go ahead and do that, we got to inform you guys that you can get these guys' great mead at a discounted code, okay? At BrimmingHornMeadery.com, you can get 10% off of the greatest mead that you will ever drink. Look here, guys. I know you guys can explain it better than I can, but let me tell you what. I'll say the same pitch that I say to everybody. You smell this bottle, you go, son of a bitch, these guys tricked us. It just smells like cheap wine. Then you take a sip, you take one sip of that beloved bottle, and you go, holy heavens, what is this? That's the reaction I have on every single bottle I drink from these guys. I go, all right. It's just normal smell, whatever. And you take a drink out of that, and it blows you to oblivion. Because these guys put a lot of hard work and grit into each bottle that they make. There's another bottle right there. I've got people messaging me galore asking what bottles they should get. Last episode, we had somebody buy the bottles. He sounds like he's enjoying them greatly. But without further ado, because I didn't have good connection, guys, welcome Brimming Horn Meadery. Everybody, round of applause for the people that are making great alcohol.
Thanks for having us.
Fantastic.
Now, what do you guys do in there to make these amazing bottles? Because holy heaven, like I said, they taste phenomenal.
It's magic.
Magic?
That's it. All right, show over.
You heard it here first. Brimming
Just
Horn
magic.
is full of witchcraft.
Yeah, it's full of witchcraft, exactly.
I love it.
I started making mead when I was like 16 years old, so I've been at it a while.
Now, was that a family thing? Like, is that something that you just kind of grew up? The people in your family also did that, or Just what got you into that per se?
My grandfather on my mom's side of the family, he made homemade wine all the time, and then my dad's dad, my other grandfather, he made homemade beer. So I guess it's in the blood a little bit.
Got you. Now I've had a lot of homemade wine, and man, that stuff can get rough. What I grew up on, whew, it's like gasoline.
I was about to say the homemade wine I grew up with was distilled a little further than that, but
brandy, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about some of the meads you guys have. I'm right now drinking this delicious. Now, do you guys want to help me pronounce that? It's
Cytheria.
Cytheria. There you go. Anything else? Anything you guys are? What are you guys sipping on over there?
Dude, why is your audio trash?
I have no idea.
I'm drinking a friend of ours. He is a distiller down the road from us, so he's got like little cocktails. So beach time tsunamis.
Yeah, I'm currently drinking a Pepsi because I drank beers last night, so I'm good.
No problem.
You're in the business, man. You don't get high on your own supply. All that.
Don't smoke all the product, but it's a little different. Yeah,
exactly.
I'll drink enough of it for you guys. Trust me.
So Cytheria has a really cool backstory to it. So I'll let John kind of explain it. But that mead is one of our favorites. That one is awesome.
Yeah. So there's this wine that comes from the island of Cyprus. So it's over by Greece, and the Knights of the Templar actually drank the wine like over 1,000 years ago, and it was,
oh wow.
So I like the wine so much, I decided to make my own version of it. So we added honey and grapes and figs and raisins to it. And this particular batch was pretty cool because we fermented it in an amphora. So we have this like 100-gallon terracotta, it's clay amphora, and it looks like what you would see in like ancient Greece, like what they would keep their wine in. So we did the fermentation in that, and then it gets racked or transferred out of the amphora. Then it gets aged on French oak for a while. But it tastes a lot like the wine that I like from Cyprus, and it has like a over 2,000-year-old like wine tradition on that island.
Wow,
that's incredible. It tastes just as good. I'm telling you, it's really good stuff.
How do you decide what flavors? Is that like trial and error, or do you usually have an idea going in?
Yeah, I usually have an idea of what I want something to taste like. And I grew up in a restaurant, so I understand like flavor pairing, especially when it comes to like vegetables and fruits and spices and things like that. So I usually have an idea in my head, and it's just all like dialing in the ingredients to taste like what you want it to.
Awesome. Travis, are you back with us? I keep seeing
by the
you.
way.
What is it? Sorry.
I said John's an Ohio guy too, by the way.
Yeah, who dey?
Yeah.
He's not a big football guy, John.
Nah, not really.
It's all right.
Hey, we're a multi-talented podcast. We talk about football and mostly talk about brews. So
alcohol. So that's it. It's two things. That counts.
John knows about alcohol. I know about football.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Well, let's talk a little bit about football, and then we'll kind of circle back to the more on the Brimming Horn. What did you guys think? Did you guys see plenty of footage and stuff today from the Back Together Saturday?
I saw the McPherson kick. I saw Mixon's catch. You know those. Yeah. Good old shooter. He hit that thing. It looked like another extra 5 yards on that ball. He could have hit that from 70. So that's about all I saw.
If you guys can hear me, he got interviewed. And he said he could get at least 5, 7, maybe even 10 on that. Derek, hey, the reason why you sound like that is because your microphone is right next to your mouth. Pull that wire away from you a little bit. That wire with the little thing next to you. Yep, that's the microphone. Yep, that's the microphone. Yep.
All right.
Man, you're so stupid, I swear.
Hey,
I love you, but you're a certified fucking idiot.
Listen, I know this is a microphone.
I'm barely here, and I'm trying to help out as much as I can, okay?
I wasn't even didn't think I'd make it back home.
Listen, Dale, he's just a little butthurt because I wasn't able to go to the Back Together Saturday today. So he's been hounding me awful hard this past couple of days. So.
Dude, you're putting it back in your mouth again, and it's
Move it
staticky
away.
I'm
again.
not. It's right here.
Away. You don't put it straight in your face. Do it like this, so you're not like pa. God bless America.
Soft peas.
It's probably that terrible mustache you have that's affecting it, to be honest.
You know, we have these guys coming on today that are full of class, so I tried to class this baby up a little bit with the mustache, but
They have nice beards.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're handsome men.
I just look more pedophile-y, but it's all right.
You said it.
Jesus
You
Christ.
said it. You and Deshaun
Lord.
Watson both got to tell people when you move into the neighborhood, right? Good Lord.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
No, I said before I lose connection, all that fun jazz. You guys both are huge fans of death metal. Is that right? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Both you guys love. Yeah. So what
Yeah.
made you guys want to collab the alcohol and the death metal band together? Because I love that idea.
So I've been playing in metal bands for a long time. One of my good friends is the bass player for Incantation, which is a huge death metal band worldwide.
Love that band. I love that band. That's awesome.
Yeah. So Chuck Sherwood, he's a good friend of John and I's, and just kind of like when we opened, just kind of like, hey man, what you want to kind of do a collab and see how that turns out, and sort of exploded. And I think we're up to what, like 20 different collaborations.
Yeah,
or
23, I
something?
think.
23. So we sponsored Decibel's Beer and Metal Festival, and you know we got a lot of really cool stuff out of it. So it's been pretty awesome to take our love of the music and kind of go, take it a different direction, because we're the only guys doing that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
that
I see you guys sponsoring events and such. I know you guys had the one not too long ago. I believe it just passed that I wanted to go to, but I saw the other one that I commented on. You guys have Pig Destroyer and Skinless, everything, and the bands that were on that list that you have, I think it's in December, is quite the event that you guys are going to be there participating in. So I'm excited for you guys to be a part of that one as well.
Yeah, thanks. That one's in Denver, so it should be pretty cool. We'll be working with the Immolation guys for that one. This one will actually get bottled. We did that a year ago.
Yeah, year before last.
Yeah, we worked with the Immolation guys on a fest only mead. This year we're gonna actually bottle it for their fans and stuff. So
Called Angels Fall.
Oh, wow.
It was
Now, before Travis goes into any more death metal talk, because I got to check on my dog, I want to ask one thing.
We're 13 minutes in.
Dude, I've been going all day. I've been going hard. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
But I was going to say, how many retweets, how many comments, how many people need to hit you guys up to get the King of the North back again? Because people love that in the Bengals fan base. Loved it.
in here.
oh, you guys want that one back, huh?
That's
No,
everybody we
wow.
talk to, like,
Yeah.
obsessed with it.
Now, I do want to go
Oh, I
into
was
that
just
one
gonna
a
say,
little bit.
Go, you go. God dang, go. Son of a bitch.
No, all I was going to say was like, we all know how you guys came up with the name and all that. You did the Twitter, the give or the whatever, the trials and all that. But I wanted to know kind of what went into your process of the idea for the flavors that you guys created on that mead, because that still to this day, I've got a bottle that I'm like, do I open it? Do I not open it? It's still setting up here. I'm like, I'll just hold on a little bit longer. Just hold on a little bit longer. So what went into the flavors of that mead?
Well, I think that was that something that was voted on, or was that just a name?
So basically, I reached out to Bengals captain, the Bangalorian, which happy birthday, dude, by the way.
Yeah.
And Dalton, and kind of were talking about maybe doing something, and I kind of brought John into the loop, like, hey, some of the Bengals fans are interested in trying to do a collaboration. What are your thoughts? And, oh, sounds cool. So I kind of asked those guys, like, what kind of flavors were you thinking of? And I think it was Bangalorean guy that was, I was like, maybe something orange and barrel aged, and Cap threw in some different ideas. So I brought those to John, and he got all the ingredients. I can't. What orange did you use? Just regular orange?
We used fresh orange zest in it, and some of the juice, and vanilla beans, and then we aged that in a bourbon barrel for it was about 6 months in the bourbon barrel. But
Yeah, you guys saw
basically
the love.
yeah,
You
it's
guys saw
basically
the
the creamsicle flavor. So
Yes.
a lot of people are familiar with that flavor. So I mean, it's very and it's a good flavor. It's orange and vanilla, and then the honey, because that kind of gives you like that. What's those things we used to eat when we were kids? Push-ups.
Oh yeah. I was
So,
gonna
like,
say the dreamsicles. Those were really
Dreamsicle,
good
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it has that like nice dreamsicle flavor to it. So, but I mean, it's just a good flavor, and everybody knows it. I think the barrel aging, gave it some like different notes that if it would have not been barrel aged, so you get some of that like vanilla from the oak aging, and the hints of bourbon and all that. I was pretty happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys saw it with the other podcast. We were just bullshitting around. We're another drinking podcast. We're like, all right, let's sip this bottle. Hell yeah, let's try it out. I bought it out to Cap, sharing it and everything. And I didn't even realize, but we down that bottle. We were halfway through the episode, and I was like, holy shit, I got to get a hold of these guys. This stuff is good as hell.
Absolutely.
guys-
I don't know.
You guys were
If you
nice
guys
enough
have-
to send. You guys were nice enough to send a couple of the other bottles that you guys had extra, and we drank those. Me and my whole family did. And I got everybody else on that. They were like, "Wow, this is really creative. This isn't just normal." And I'm like, "Yeah, thank God we got in connections with these guys, because these guys are fucking good."
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen our other podcast, but 100% of the time, when I break one of these bottles out, by the end of the
you
podcast,
broke out the gold cap.
oh yeah, this is what Cytheria.
That bottle's beautiful.
It's
that
gorgeous.
Top is I love the gold on that. That's so nice.
Yes, that's what I. But anytime I break one of these bottles open, within the hour, it's gone. Because I'm just sipping on it. It's so good, so flavorful.
We watched the first bottle he had. The first bottle he had, he started to try, and at the end of the episode, we saw him finish the bottle, and me and Dale stopped for a second. We go, "There's no way you just finished that whole bottle." And he goes, "Dude, this thing's like Kool-Aid sometimes, man. You just drink it, and then before you know it, poof, it's gone, and you're like, holy shit." My favorite one that I did drink out of you guys though was, and I was saving it for a special occasion, but it got drank off air because of a special occasion. It was something with wolf's blood or something of that nature. You guys sent it to me as a red and black bottle. It's not on the site anymore. It just got off not too long ago. I was trying to get everybody to. What was it?
Was it Wolves of the Ironwood?
Yeah.
It might have been that one. It might have been. I mean, the art. One of the reasons why I kept it was because it looked like blood in there, and it looked like it was a nice red color, and it had the sweetest artwork. I was like, this is real, like, gothic looking. I was like, this is sick.
Is that one of
I can't remember what the bottle was. I'll have to go into the messages and find it because I can't remember it off the top of my head.
There was two that I know, JR, when I was texting you, I said, what should I get? And you just tell me, like, Wolves of the Ironwood was one of them.
It might have been that one.
It was Wolf Woods was another one, I think. And then my favorite one by far, even I would put it right up there, right next to the King of the North, was that Orso Nero. That one, it's a blackberry, correct?
Yeah, blackberry and aronia berries.
Yeah, that one was by far one of my favorites you guys have had so far. So,
yeah, you guys do good work for sure. I wanted to give you guys more flowers before we switched into football because you guys make a great product, and you guys bust your ass with all the events that you guys do. I know you guys are working hard on getting that outside thing for you guys. I know you guys had a little fun thing for that. Hopefully that's going well for you guys. But I wanted to give you guys flowers before we pushed on to more football because I don't want to lose a half there. I wanted to get you both involved.
And you're expanding, correct?
Yeah. We'll be opening up a second tasting room and a larger production. So most of our production will be moving to a city actually where John lives. So it'll be good for him to have a lot more space to create his magic.
And a smaller commute, you can't beat that.
Yeah, it's 2.7 miles.
Wow. I wish I had 2.7 miles to my work. It's actually 54 more miles than that.
Oh, geez.
I love that. Hey, real quick, I'm not gonna let you guys end off on that before we do get into football. I want to ask you 2 questions now because the other question wasn't asked. First one, how many likes, retweets, whatever other crap? What are the odds that you guys can bring back King of the North for the people at the beginning of the football season potentially? Or at least halfway through.
It probably wouldn't be until like a playoff run or something like that.
Yeah. As soon as I said that, I go, shit, it needs 6 months. How about towards the end?
Yeah.
So here's one of the only few bottles we have left.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have my address. You have my address. You have my address.
We can definitely
He's
make
had it before. I haven't. You have my address also. Just saying.
They'll eat shit.
You always-
No, another one. I know.
No, I put that out on Twitter to see if we can get some retweets and likes if people would want to bring it back. So we'll see what we can get going. I tagged Brimming Horn in it.
Yeah, make it go viral, and I'll let John know.
Yeah, we can definitely.
I wanted to see if you guys have. Do you guys have any other ideas of? Because I know the collaborations isn't necessarily like a big push. You guys want to like do just nonstop. You guys want to make other brands and other things of that nature of bottles instead of just bands. But have you thought of any other ideas of collaborations with anybody else outside of just bands or just flat out mead? Anything? Maybe podcasts? Maybe Bengals podcast? Maybe anything else? Just an idea. I mean, I don't know.
This guy, shameless.
Yeah, can't hurt for asking. We've done we did a comic book collaboration, which was cool. It was actually like a drinking horn. We did a carved drinking horn and a mead for the comic book. We've done the Bengals mead, which was pretty cool. It's I think one of the only like actual like fan created alcohols, where we actually worked with the fans to try to come up with something cool. Did we do any other outside collab?
Yeah, I think that's the only just music and the Bengals one.
There's a perfect one, but I'm gonna get so much hate for saying it. The Minnesota Vikings, because Vikings and the origination of mead and
well, they use horns on their helmet, so they don't count.
all right. I was just going to throw it out there, that would be a great collaboration.
That's fun. That's fun.
I gotta say, I started watching that Vikings Valhalla on Netflix, and that was the first time I've ever heard Skull other than the Viking chant. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, it's just cheers, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What made you guys so interested in the culture of that? I mean, besides, I'm by just the looks of you guys seem like burly men, but like what other stuff besides of that was like, oh, Vikings are pretty freaking cool, dude.
Is it in your ancestry or anything like that?
Well, definitely in his.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've both been like reading about Vikings and Norse culture since we were little kids. That's why we're friends. So, I mean, we just always found stuff interesting.
Are you though, John? Because he did this, like you said, friends, and he was like, eh.
Oh, I did.
In
Friends
case
like-
John, in
friends
case
like
you
Derek
didn't
and
know,
I.
Dale likes to bust your balls.
A little bit.
Mine are purple.
That's awesome.
No, it's been cool because it's kind of funny that I was working at a liquor store and we both worked at Dogfish, but at the time John's buddy came in a liquor store I was working at and he's like, hey, there's a guy here that wears Thor's hammers and has tattoos. You should talk to him. And it's been like 13 years, so we've been friends
Hell
for a
yeah.
while. So.
That's
But it was
awesome.
kind of cool, because John always wanted to open his own meadery, and I moved down to Delaware to open a business of some sort. I didn't know what it was, but it was always going to be Nordic of some sort. And I was like, oh, I can't really find mead anywhere. He's like, oh, well, I make it here, try it. And I don't drink anything else but mead, pretty much. Like it was so
Awesome.
good that I'm just like,
I got to be honest, if I had my hands that close to an unlimited source of meat, I don't think I'd drink anything else either. And that's saying something because I'm a sucker for Miller High Life.
Yeah, but that's why you could never have the business because once again, you can't.
High on your own supply. There you go.
That's going straight down. The King of the North wouldn't even have went out. I would have been like, hey, everybody, here's King of the North. Salute. There we go.
Just had a straw in the barrel.
Yeah. The barrel. Didn't even come out the barrel.
He would have put a water trough out there and just been bathing in it.
That's a sight. That's a sight to think of.
No,
Hey, Dale, nobody said you had to think about it, but there you go.
I could just see him coming up out of the water, hair flipping up, just the whole thing going on.
Bathing in King of the North. It sounds like a dream.
Well, speaking of King of the North and the Bengals, let's kind of transition a little bit.
If you don't fix your audio, I'm gonna backhand you through the fucking
where's the
computer
fucking mic
screen.
at?
It's right. It's way down here.
Get some new headphones. Come back in a minute.
Pick
You're
it up.
getting on my nerves. Just leave. I'm tired of it.
Did you turn him off or did he turn?
I booted him. I'm done with it.
He said, "Screw it." But no, I'll transition for him. Okay, football season's coming around the corner. There was a massive day for the Bengals today. What was it? What did I say? 27,000 people were there, something of that nature. 28,000 people were there. I remember going there as a kid, and there was like, there was just a couple thousand, nothing really too crazy. Everybody was there, enjoyed it. Almost everybody got an autograph. Now you're looking at what we're looking at now. I mean, Ian Rappaport was there, reviewing it and everything. They had helmet on. And so you see all the publicity, you see everything that we're going through. Where do you think the Bengals are going to push this year? And also, what is your opinion on the White Tiger?
The White Tiger is sick, man. That's I think we all knew that was gonna come once we saw the the ability to have a second helmet. But I mean, I see us pushing for first place. I mean, I'm not. It's it'll be tough, but it's tough every year. So it's kind of just weird for me though to see all the accolades and stuff. I've been a fan for 35 plus years, so I lived through all the garbage. So it's weird to have people being like, Bengals are a great team. It's like, okay, last week you told me that they were dog shit. So
Right. It's almost like a turn right around the corner. Derek, if you have to hold that thing up like this the whole fucking time, I swear to God.
I feel like I'm the one TikTok kid that literally every time. Is it still bad?
It's not great. I mean,
Oh shit! What's up,
I
Eric?
thought you bought like 3 mics, like all this stuff to do this. You
And they're
literally.
all shit. I've got another mic, but I'd have to go out and get the laptop and all that stuff. But
Oh, heaven forbid you were prepared to actually have a decent show.
Everybody say hello to my wife.
Hi.
hello.
Yes,
Hey. Do I get to see the boobs this time?
No.
Yeah, we were fucking live.
Well, I know, but I said, well, maybe next time. So it didn't hurt. Sorry, Marissa. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
you better hope the wife didn't hear that. Your ass is grass.
I was going to say he's been drinking since how long?
Oh God.
He peed 13 minutes into this.
I actually didn't.
I
I
think
just
that
went in the
tells you
background. I went in the background and was asking questions and telling Derek to fix his audio, but he don't listen.
Okay, there's
God
literally
bless
nothing.
America.
Okay, we're live right now. We'll talk about this later, Dale.
Well, you're dead to me.
Y'all are shut up, Dale. He said you're dead to me.
But with
No, okay. So what do you? Cincy James, how you doing? Postal Travis.
No, they
I've
were
been
saying
here all the time.
no. They were saying hi to Miss Postal Travis, Mrs. Travis.
Oh, Miss Postal Travis.
Yeah.
She said that's me.
Were you a postman?
But no, okay. So besides,
Yes, he
besides,
is.
besides the White Tiger and
No, hold on.
first,
Don't just
who do you-
skip over that.
who do you-
This show, we bullshit 98% of the time. He asked if you were a postman. Yes, you're a postman.
oh, sorry, yeah, I deliver mail. That is that is the profession of me.
All right, nice job.
Oh, does your wife know what you used to do also? Or should I not say that right now?
What do you used to do?
Uh-oh.
You know, I was a male stripper for 2 nights.
Yes, I remember those.
Yeah! Is that how you guys met?
Thanks, Dale. You cuck.
Oh, I've got stories about Travis.
What was his
Yeah,
name?
that's why-
let's get into that.
What's his name? Cinnamon Buns? Was it Hot Tamale? Like, we tried so hard to figure out what his stripper name would have been. Oh, you muted it!
Oh, wait, can we read lips? Is that Long Dong Fooey?
Love
I
it.
still
Y'all
want to
are
know.
crazy trying to get me in trouble like that. How dare you? I did nothing to you, Dale. Dale, I did nothing to you.
You didn't.
You guys are funny. But okay, so who are you excited to see this year? We got a lot of craziness going on. Chase is coming up, about to hit maybe year 2, do a little crazier. Maybe it was a fluke. Who knows? We don't think that's the case. Everybody else Madden thinks that for sure with a fucking like 85 overall.
It was definitely Hot Tamale was
Am
your
I
stripper
breaking
name,
in
though. It was definitely Hot Tamale.
Am
You
I
can't
breaking
get
in and
off
out?
No, you're good.
No, no, you almost guessed it the one time. You just didn't do it. You were close.
Big Red?
That's actually a pretty good one.
Like the chewing gum?
Are you typing
No.
Is he typing it in the
I
private
plead
chat?
the fifth.
It's Big
I
Red.
plead the fifth.
It's Big Red.
I plead the
100%.
fifth. Everything you say. I plead the fifth. I
Oh,
plead the fifth. Well, Brimming Horn got that out of the system. Thanks, Dale. I didn't think that was coming up tonight.
Now we know you were a postal stripper.
Postal stripper.
The postal stripper.
That should be your new name on here every time we come on. The post.
There you go, Crip.
The
There you go, Crip.
Yeah,
God
Crib Keeper in the
damn it.
chat's got to be all
Don't
over
do
that.
Stuff an envelope.
God damn it, Dale.
I mean, James thought it was the Little Red Machine. Like,
James, man, let's not
Ties
get
into-
crazy out here.
ties into
okay?
Cincinnati,
Let's calm
yeah.
down.
but anyways, there's football. Bengals.
Yeah. Who are you most excited to see this year?
For me, man, it's Hayden Hurst Helmsley, Triple H. That dude, I'm stoked on that guy, man. I was excited to see that guy sign on. So that's who I'm most excited to see this year.
Travis's dad, Hayden Hurst.
Yeah,
I do indeed be my father, apparently.
he's the big red machine. You got the little red machine.
Yeah.
Hey, god damn it. Hey, all right, come on now.
You definitely didn't go to the stage as Big Red. That's Hayden. You're Little Red. Little Red. Lil Lil Red.
I tweeted from our page because they were trying to get Hayden to do the little stripes on his head. If he got that done on his head, I would get it done on mine. There's little tiger stripes. Am I frozen? Son of a bitch. Everybody's frozen.
No, you're
I still
good.
think
Hello?
you should Thursday night.
Yeah, we can
Thursday
hear
night
you.
football.
Everybody froze, and I go, son of a bitch.
I mean, you attempted to dye your hair for the whole Eddie
Figured
thing.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. So why not go with the tiger stripes?
Yeah,
Right?
shout out Fairy Tale, who decided to put all the can on just my top of my head and not the ends of my hair. So I had.
I'm hearing Elton John singing Postal Dancer, but then Cincy James said, "Hold me closer, Postal Dancer." Ooh.
Is he frozen? Oh, he's frozen.
It's perfect. He can't say nothing back. We can just talk.
You just got to take it now.
But JR, are you coming to any games?
I'd
that
like
you playing on?
It's like a 9-hour, maybe like a 9-hour drive. So I have to try to work the schedule out and see if I can talk my wife into doing it, or bringing the kids out or anything. I'd like to. I was trying to get there last year when we actually released the King of the North, but timing.
Now, how far away are you from like other stadiums and stuff like Tennessee and places like that the Bengals play?
We're 2 hours from Baltimore.
Okay.
And that's, it's if I want to fight during a football game, that's where I go.
Are they bad? Like, is their like?
Yeah, Philly, we're near Philly. We're 2 hours literally from everything. We're from 2 hours from DC, New York, Philly, Baltimore. In fact, New Jersey.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go. My wife and I. She got me tickets to the Redskins Bengals game. So I probably would have been taken out in handcuffs in that one. So
Oh, when Joe got hurt a couple
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, that would have been a bad one.
I couldn't even be mad though, because they had like Haskins and which R.I.P. Haskins, but and Chase
Young
and they all come up and like they were legitimately upset that
Terry
he was hurt.
McLaurin. There was a bunch of Ohio State players on that team actually.
Yeah,
and they were all teammates with him too.
It definitely wasn't a cheap shot or anything. I didn't feel it that way, but I get pretty angry. So that, I think that would have pushed me over the edge. I think.
So you guys,
is that your Norse background?
I'm a ginger, so it's and an Aries. So I get it. I get it on two different ways.
I love it. Well, yeah, they're playing in New York this year, right? They're playing the Jets or not?
Yeah, they play. Yeah, they do. They do. They played the Jets
Yeah.
last year, and I think they play them again on the road this year.
Yeah, I think
that's
they
one
played
game.
The Giants in preseason at New York. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're at the Jets or if they're at home.
I'd have to.
The Giants is on the road.
Yeah, that would actually be
New York.
A good one to
take kids to.
Yeah, I was going to say the Giants any preseason games. I've said this every year. Any preseason game, if you want to take your kids, it's wonderful. The atmosphere is fantastic.
It's a lot better.
It's a lot more laid back. Yeah.
Well, my wife's a Giants fan, so her family's from Upper New York, so they're all Giants.
Okay.
My brother's a Giants fan, so but I'm the outlier. I'm from the country, so.
Now, where do you guys where are you both from originally and stuff? Like, what city or area?
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
I grew up near Steubenville, Ohio.
Okay.
So I'm on the southeastern side of Ohio where I grew up. So everybody was either Browns or Steelers fans.
Well, I mean, and that's a lot of Ohio anyways. Like, I'm at the ass crack of Ohio in Portsmouth. Like, all we're known for is meth and Oxycontin down here. But
it's like that where I grew up now. It's everybody's on heroin or meth or whatever now. So.
You were the origin of the Detroit Lions, though. You have that going for you.
Portsmouth Spartans. Yeah, we're the in 1930. Yeah, a little before my time. In 1930, they had a professional football team, which is now the Detroit Lions. That's all I've got.
You know what? That's one place though. I've always wanted to. Every time I'm down there, I always say I want to visit that field because it seems like a pretty interesting place to go to. Is it still? Is it not?
It's ass, dude. It's in the 1920s and 30s that it was a thing.
I know, but still, the history of it. Does the history hold up?
Oh, geez, Robot Derek. He went full robot. No, I mean, the stadium's fine. They don't really I don't know. We had the murals, the flood walls, different things for it. But other than that, they really don't. Is he frozen or is that his resting bitch face? I can't even tell.
I think he's frozen. It's just us three, Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to be here. Like, I was like, I had to drive I'm 2 hours away from Cincinnati and then 2 hours back. And my wife and kids we went to the mall. I'm like, oh, if I'm there, it'll be real close,
Yeah.
I made it. All right.
Cool.
Reps and Brimming Horn again. What's in the works? Like, I feel like you guys have new stuff. We had Andrew Hall last weekend, who is Fantasy Pros Dynasty fantasy thing that has 400,000 people. He had bought a couple bottles. JR, I know that you've probably seen that on Twitter. He was telling you he just got them in and delicious. But
remember sending them to him.
But we were trying to give him different ones, and it's like, you guys have a lot of turnover. You sell out, right? You sell out of the ones you make, and then you're making new ones. So kind of what's in the works for the people to look out for, that.
Well,
Maybe we'll be on there
it's
soon.
actually National Mead Day next Saturday. So John has two really cool Latin meads coming out. I'll let him explain them.
One's called Lux and Tenebris, so light in the darkness, and the other one's called Sylvae Obscure, so dark forest. Both are like dark berry meads that have been aging in barrels for 6 months. So one's
Sweet.
kind of like a sherry, the other one's more like a port. They're really like kind of complex in flavor, but we love putting stuff in the barrels because it just adds so much more
Oh
depth.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
even when I was growing up. Like the homemade wine, man, is always
Yeah. It always tastes better out of the barrel.
Yeah. I mean, and and I say when I was growing up, literally, like I would be in like 8th grade. We would go and siphon the wine out of the barrels in the cellar. Me and sorry, John Stiverson, if you're watching this, you're probably not, but me and your 3 sons would go and take so much homemade wine out of those barrels.
Yeah, I did similar stuff to that when I was a kid too. And then we would dump water back in it. And
yeah, we never even replaced it. We're just like, he's got several barrels in here, and we're like, and he knew, like when we got older and stuff, he's like, oh, I knew, idiots. Like I knew the whole time. I just didn't care, I'm like, all right, that's fair.
Yeah, he was probably doing the same thing when he was a kid.
Yeah, just a cycle,
Yep.
Okay, we got a question here from in the chat. What's the craziest combo you thought maybe wouldn't work that ended up being amazing? Was there ever one that you're like, I'm not sure about this, but I really want to make it? And then,
well, my wife, she told me one time, she's like, how about making a strawberry and basil mead? And we ended up making it, and it was absolutely delicious. Like a lot of people, they're kind of afraid of basil. They're like, oh, that's a pizza spice or a pasta spice or something like that. But man, it really pairs well with fruit, especially when you use like fresh basil. So we've done like lime and basil, which that won me an award one time at the Mazer Cup. That's the biggest mead competition in the United States. And
where's that held at?
That's held out in Colorado.
Okay.
So it's like an international competition. So it's like mead makers from all over the world compete in it. But we called it Bacillus. It was lime and basil that won a medal, and then the strawberry and basil, that's become like one of our most popular like session meads. So it's like an 8% like carbonated mead. It's real easy to drink. But
now, is that one on the website?
No.
Okay.
No. We only have it like certain times of the year.
Okay.
And
let me know when you do, because that sounds one that my wife would just absolutely love too. Like when you said that, I'm like, oh, my wife would be all over that.
It's fantastic. Yeah, if we can some, I'll send some out to you guys.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't mind to buy them. I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm getting private chats. Audio only. Our internet is out. So Derek's internet went out. Travis has disappeared. So I won't keep you guys too much longer. We've done a good 45 minutes. I feel it's been good. I apologize for their audio issues. We usually do not have this, but I'm also like, I hate to ever miss an episode because it's usually Derek. It's usually not Travis that has the issues. But let's Little Bengals, then we'll wrap up with some Brimming Horn. So what do you have? Do you have a record prediction, JR, for this year?
I think I'm gonna go with the 12-5. I think we were 10-7 last year.
Yep.
So I think last year, honestly, we could have probably been 13-4. Probably should have been 13-4.
With the shit line, is what I.
Yeah. So I'd be safe to say 12. 12-5. I think that would, we always have a couple of goofball games, where it doesn't go right. Burrow throws a pick six, beginning of the game for a touchdown. It just goes to hell in a handbasket. Like that happens, So
yeah, my wife Sarah, she's heading off for Vegas in the morning. So probably by about tomorrow, I will be having a $25-30 dollar bet on Bengals over 10.5 wins, the Bengals to win the North, Bengals to win the Super Bowl. I told her, I said, you got to put all these in. You're going to be in Vegas. She didn't do it for me last year, and she paid for it. So
Yeah, I mean that'd be a nice chunk of change. Like, what was it last year? I think some guy was ready to win like $1 million or something like that because he had Cincinnati winning pretty much everything.
hmm I won quite a bit last year, but it wasn't in Vegas. So
Hey, do you guys want to ask Derek any questions? I'm glad he came back to talk about himself some more.
I'm flipping you off right now.
I can't see it. All right, we got a comment here from Greg. He says, only I would understand this, but in the background there, he says you got a poster of grilled cheese. It's Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is what he's talking about. He said he's like grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is all. He explained this to me one day, and it's so hilarious.
You know what, though?
Andy Dalton's like grilled cheese. It's nice. It's good, you know. Solid, right? Solid. Grilled cheese is solid.
You're right.
You know, like Burrow is like a Jeff Ruby steak. Derek, Jesus, I'm trying to
I'm trying to help you out though.
All right, go.
Andy Dalton.
Andy.
I was just about to say, you know, Andy Dalton. You throw a little bacon in the grilled cheese sandwich. You add a couple extra things, and you've got 2015 Andy Dalton. So I was just trying to pump Andy Dalton up. Is all I was trying to do on that one.
Yeah. Andy's my guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big Andy Dalton fan. You know, he's
great dude. He's a great dude.
Yeah, it helped pull us out of the Carson Palmer stuff. But I mean, you know,
I always go back to Marvin for a lot of that, though. Like, you know, Marvin basically reinvented himself a couple times being here. Like, he was here for the Carson stuff. Then he was also here with the Andy and AJ. Like, Marvin should be in the Ring of Honor for sure for the Bengals one day, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Marvin was he's a really good coach. It's kind of like the whole Tony Dungy thing, you know, in Tampa Bay. Just couldn't get it done. They bring in, you know, Gruden, and he takes him to the Super Bowl. It's kind of where we're at now. You know, Marvin. It was time for Marvin to go. It was time for Andy to go, and you know, Zach did a nice job. He had a really good plan. So I think the front office let him kind of put his plan together, get his guys, and we kind of saw the fruits of that labor, which is, you know, and we lucked in getting Burrow.
Yeah. If we would have beat the Dolphins in that one game, that was crazy back and forth game, then we wouldn't have Joe Burrow. That's what's crazy.
Was that not one of the most exciting games you've ever seen, though? Honestly, I know we lost, but it
was a great game.
Ended up how. I mean, you had Tyler Boyd out there limping, hopping around on one leg, just trying to get lined up, and I mean that was a great game. But I did have a question for you guys. Is Marvin the first coach? Do you think he will be the first coach to go into the Ring of Honor, or who would you put your money on?
Well, Paul Brown's already in. He was founder / coach, but probably Sam Weish, I would think.
I love Sam. 100% have to be, you know, whoever the first coach would be in, besides Paul Brown.
Would be Sam, and then Marvin probably be the next. I think.
Have we? I mean, any flyers out there that you guys think that would possibly go in over Marvin? I agree with the same watch too. By the way,
David Klingler, Bruce Kaza. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody else really had the success that he had. I mean,
can we put a defense coordinator in? Because I loved Mike Zimmer.
Oh yeah.
Gosh. Have you seen Mike Zimmer's girlfriend?
No, I haven't lately. But
sorry.
Yeah, no,
sorry,
I mean,
Sarah. I'm sorry. I apologize, Sarah. That wasn't me.
She's like a 25-year-old Czechoslovakian model. Old
he's never coming out of that cabin, you know, because he loves to hunt. He's got him a cabin in the woods. That man is like, I'm good. I'm good now. I don't need to go back to the NFL and coach and deal with that stress.
Yeah. Which actually, I guess, is Zimmer. It's his son, right? That's working for the Bengals now.
Yeah, he's back with the Bengals. He was there when Mike was there, and then he has done some different things. But they hired him back as like a quality control or something.
Yeah, offensive quality control, I think.
Yeah. Well, Derek, you got any questions about Mead before we let these guys off here?
I mean, I'm almost done with this bottle, but other than that, I can't show you
me topping it off right now, but
Derek loves it. Like I thought it was solid, very solid. I just and that's not a knock against you guys. That's a knock against me, as you see here every time. This is all I have. Is freaking Miller Lite. I'm the most basic Becky person in the world.
Well, at least you can admit it.
Yeah, like I admit it. I'm like, oh man, this has flavor. I can't do it. You know. But for the rest of normal people, you will love Brimming Horn Meadery.
Absolutely. Yeah. I just want to know,
Oh, geez.
Robot Derek.
All right, guys. So plug some of your stuff, and we'll let you out of here.
Yes, I mean, you can go to brimminghornmeadery.com. Check us out.
Got the promo code running at the bottom, too, if you want to use the Bengal Brew promo code.
Yeah, promo code. We can ship to 42 different states. Obviously, Ohio being one of the main ones. So try some stuff. You can always shoot us a message if you want and ask, like, you know, what you'd like to try. Yeah, what's available, what you'd like to try.
What's the best way to get a hold of you guys to shoot you a message like that?
There's on the website, there's like a contact page, and I handle all that stuff. So I can always talk with John. You know, if somebody says, "Oh, I like this. What would be something nice?" And John knows everything about his product, so it's easy for me to just ask him and be like,
guys, I'd love to have you back on sometime when it's not so chaotic.
Yeah, we'd love to.
But I could never promise when that'll be.
Yeah, it's perfect storm.
Even though it's not in person, it's very nice to meet you, John. Very nice to meet you, JR. You guys are incredible. I love what you're doing. Like the artwork of the bottles. Did they talk about that when I hopped off for a bit?
No, I got the shirt though. I'm wearing the shirt. I don't know if you can.
Okay, so you've got some merchandise too that people can buy. Because I mean, all of it is amazing. Do you guys have like an art guy, like a designer? Or is it you guys?
We have he's a friend of ours, Dan Orapollo, and he does all our art for us. He goes by Berserker Dan.
Okay, so shout out Dan, Berserker Dan, because I mean, all of the artwork on the bottles is beautiful. Like it is.
Yeah, he's an amazing artist.
Yeah. So definitely shout out him. But if anybody wants any of these shirts, because they are fire, I mean, I'm gonna have to definitely get some too.
Well, I'll probably they're not on the site right now since the mead's not there. But what I'm gonna do is I'll send you guys some, but then you can use some for like giveaways and stuff like that for the for your podcasts and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, we'll do that and we'll cross promote, and we appreciate you guys, man, a lot. Like.
Yeah, no, thank you. We've been getting a lot of orders and stuff from Bengals fans, so it's been awesome. You know, the Tigers Talk ladies.
Jess, Wit, like we have them on all the time too. Kayla, Jerry's having her first baby. Like we love all those girls. Like it's a big old family, man. That's what I like about the Bengals community. And like then I branch out and I meet other people like John. Like I've probably never met you, man. And it's like hell. Now it makes me want to go to Delaware and hang out with you guys and have a drink, you know.
Yeah, we're near the beach, you know. Come on down. It's tax free here, so you can buy all kinds of stuff. And no taxes.
Derek, you got anything to say before we let him off here?
I was just about to say nobody wants to see Dale in the mankini, but other than that,
liar, you do, you freak. You like a big man in a man thong, don't you lie?
Oh no, guys! I just want to say, sorry, my internet's shit right now. I don't understand what's going on. My wife
get to the point, Linda. They're trying to go.
Wife just came in and said, "Yeah, it's been going in and out." But thank you guys so much for hopping on with us.
Oh, thanks for having
us. That's really all I've got. I just appreciate you guys coming on and giving us this wonderful mead to give to all these Bengals fans, and the discount code free or not free. Just knock me out now.
No, that's when they get a debit card. Then it's free. I've said that before.
Yeah.
I've cleared this bottle already, so that's when things get a little hectic.
Yeah.
Oh, just shut up. All right, guys. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Have a good one. See ya. Jesus, I'm gonna strangle Derek one of these days, guys. Just I probably shouldn't have said that on the air, but it's gonna happen. Love you guys. Peace. I hate you, Derek.